Hello, welcome. We are currently in Washington Dulles Airport in the first class lounge, and we are flying first class over to Paris, and we're going to see if it is worth the money. So we'll do a short video on our experience on our flight over to Paris, and we'll let you know at the end how much we paid for the upgrade from our regular class seat to first class and if it was worth the price. And I'll give you a little sneak peek of the lounge. We did the first half of our flight from Orlando, that which is regular economy, although we did get to use the lounge in the first half of our flight because we had the Polaris business class flight going overseas. Come over to the dining room, and these are the options.
Polaris burger sounds pretty good too.
The burger and the gnocchi and a burger. And dessert has arrived. Little skillet cookie ice cream. My name is Chris, and this is my first drink of the day. Watching the airplanes. My name is Chris, and this is my second drink of the day. So we spent a few hours sitting in the club, the Polaris Club it's called, right? And now we are heading over to the gate to board our flight in about 20 minutes. The club, when we got there at we got there at like 11, was empty, and the airport was empty. But now it is jamming, and the club around, what was it, like 3 o'clock, 2:30ish, filled up.
Probably busy because people are trying to get out before the storm.
Maybe people because of the storm, but and international fighters, I think flights tend to be later, and we got here early.
Look, this one's going to Puerto Rico, and it's jamming.
I don't know, but either way, around 2:30, started filling up. When we got there, currency exchange. When we got there at 11, it was dead. So we were able to shower, have some food, sit in comfort, and it was definitely nice to sit in there versus a little more comfortable than the normal terminal. Free food, two free drinks, so it's got a little money back there. We'll see if we can get back the amount of money per ticket. Look at the seat. We got a little pod here. So we got all our slippers, a little amenity kit, blanket, 2 pillows, and is this the bedding or no? That's just another blanket. You asked for the bedding. And then you can sit right here. Oh, showing you my feet. This is a little light here. A little extra storage room here. Little coat hook, which I will definitely put my coat on. Nice big TV, a little spot for a computer or something like that. Nice push. You push it in and pull it out for the tray table. My neighbor over here. Although you can put this up. You can get a little divider when you get sick of each other, or if you sit next to a stranger, or you want to watch two different movies. Oh, yeah, nice view of your little seat over there and your light and a table. I got mine all full of stuff. Here's the leg room. Let's see the leg room. Leg room right here. Oh yeah. The seat controls are right here. We lay flat. And you can, oh, I'm definitely using my coat hook for my jacket. Oh, see, look. Oh, very nice. See? We could have worn our big jackets, but it's too warm. And a nice big TV. So this will be our home for the next 7.5 hours. I wouldn't even mind if we had to circle a little bit. You know, maybe go off course for a little bit, an extra hour or two. It's definitely a lot of space. And it also comes with some headphones and a water bottle. And let's see, nice charger, gonna be charging up everything, and remote. And we get to sit here and, what?
The cooling pillow and
Oh, cooling pillow and a regular pillow. And you can ask for bedding, and then the seat will lay flat, and they'll put like the bedding on there. So I'm definitely gonna be laying flat. And then we get to sit here and feel all superior when the non-first class people come on and be like, yes. The non-first class people have to do the walk of shame. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I took some slippers in the shower.
Oh, you wore them in the shower?
I took them.
Oh, you took them. I didn't take them. We got slippers. Nice little tour of the pod. So we'll go through the little amenity kit. And in there is some socks, which not a bad pair of socks. I don't think we'll switch them out because we have compression socks on. You didn't put your compression? Uh-oh. We got some tissues. Sleeping mask. Have my seat mask on. You can do that for, I think, laying down. We'll see. Toothbrush. Earplugs. Oh. And we'll go through the rest of it after we get up in the air. So we are flying now. We just came around with hot towels. I've never gotten a hot towel on a plane before. Not sure what you're supposed to do with it, but it's nice. Wipe your face and your hands. I got my headphones. Continuing my rewatch of White Lotus. I'm starting episode 2. Alright, I gotta use up this hot towel before it gets cold. My name is Chris. This is my third drink of the day, champagne. And they brought a little thing of nuts before our meal. Alright, so we can go over the rest of our We got cleansing wipes. We got face mist. We got hand cream, which was good. We got eye gel, which I guess you put around the bags of your eyes. I thought you put it in your eye. I'm like, you're supposed to put this gel in your eye. That doesn't sound very comfortable. But what do I know? And then lip balm, which is, I guess, for the dry skin. You know, you're in the air, dry skin. So that will all be good when we land. Food should be coming out pretty shortly, right? I would think. So I got the beef, and you got, what did we get? Oh, she got the lactose-free meal. So we'll see what that is for any people that also have dairy restrictions. So far, still leaning the seat a little bit back. Yeah. You know, getting lounging, getting comfy. Plenty of room to lay down. My gimbal doesn't want to stay. Lay down, still can eat, watch TV, still watch it. White Lotus. Still sipping my champagne. As Fergie said, flying first class up in the air, champagne, living the life, something like that. And our first class meal has arrived. Little bread and butter, salad. I got the beef, and looks like a little bit of salmon might have been there. So we'll see how this meal compares to the people in economy. I don't know what their meal was. Oh, you're moving the seat forward and backwards? You gotta recline a little bit, get a little bit of recline action. So we'll see how the food is compared to. Looks pretty good. Smells pretty good. But it is airplane food after all, so it can only be so good, but we'll see. Alright, we're all done with the meal. It's lay flat time. I don't know if I'm going to sleep or not. We'll see. But it's definitely odd to be laying flat in an airplane. Definitely enough room for my feet. It's a little narrow on the sides, but can't complain too much. So we're down to about an hour to go. They have served breakfast. We got some eggs and sausage, a little biscuit, some fruit, a croissant, some orange juice. So last little bit of a flight. So we are home now. It's been about a week that we've been home after our trip from Paris, and I'm going to do a little recap on our experience flying first class with United in the Polaris business class, the little pods. I got my kitty here. She's very hungry, making a guest appearance. But back to the review. So our initial flights there were, we booked, it was like $1,400 for a round trip. And the upgrades to the pods for just flying, so we flew from Orlando to Washington, and then we went to Paris, and then when we came back, we went Paris to New Jersey, and then New Jersey back down to Orlando. So just the Washington to Paris upgrade, which is the only part we upgraded, was $1,200 a person. So it was like $2,500, which brought the total flights up to like $4,000. So it was very pricey, and so it was a lot of money. It was definitely not something we would do every time, and definitely wouldn't do on a shorter flight. But it was a great experience. It was definitely very different, to be able to lay down flat. It was very comfortable. The food was my food was very good. She didn't enjoy her food too much because it was dairy free, and it was more kind of like a weird kind of menu that wasn't like your normal thing. So, But other than that, the food was very good. The service was really good. That was a big plus. The being able to use the lounge was also really huge. It's way more comfortable than sitting at a normal terminal in an airport. And if it was like a layover, being able to shower and stuff like that makes a big difference. So it was definitely a great experience, especially after flying home, and we had the longer leg flying home against the jet stream in economy. Although, it wasn't terrible. I do okay on planes. So for me, it's really hard for me to justify paying that much when I can say, 2,000, 2,500 for 7 hours on a plane when I could, you can go on a cruise for that price. You can go on a whole nother vacation for that price. So that's where I can never really justify it. But the experience was definitely great. And if it's something you want to do, it's a one-time thing for very special, occasions. It's not something we can do every time. But it's definitely worth doing at least once. You definitely feel like you're first class. You feel, it's pretty baller to be like, yeah, I'm sitting in the pods, watching everybody go by, like you're all lounging and you get all the service and stuff. But it's just not something I can justify doing a whole lot unless you're just, money's no issue.